crooked. Let's see. All right, let me get set up on the computer. It is 5:30 on the dot. All right. Now, if you were on with me last week, you'll remember that I have changed location so that I can be on the computer that's hardwired as opposed to being on the Wi-Fi. So I'm right into the cable, so we should have no problem with the computer. I spoke too soon. Just kidding. Okay, I see one person in there. All right. Okay. So everything's behind the counter now. So it's gonna be all this stuff, and I have some stuff down here. It's from all of our vendors in the shop. Well, the ones who I actually have them pay a small fee every month for social media. It's $10 for them to be featured on Instagram and Facebook, and to actually be, hey Carrie, to be part of the Facebook Lives that we do. For the rest of the summer, we're just going to be doing weekly Facebook Lives. We're not, because our last Sunday night one was June 19th. We put a lot of work into these. It's me getting all the stuff together all week, doing the vignettes. It takes a little bit of time to do those postings. I have to crop and edit all those photos, upload them onto Insta, and do all this other stuff. So we found that Sunday night wasn't as many people as we had hoped, and though we loved doing these, it was, it was kind of hard because it was Father's Day and Donna's here, and Donnie's at home. So we're going to enjoy the summer a little bit and not do any Sunday night events, and resume them back in the fall as we think more people will be back around again. I will do these weekly Facebook Lives either Wednesday or Thursday nights, depending on what's going on in here. Like yesterday, I had Don and Donnie go back to that barn that I told you guys about last week, and they got more stuff on Tuesday. So when I came in here Wednesday morning, that stuff was here waiting. So there's still a bunch of it in the van. So there's a lot more farm finds coming. Hey Kim, hey Larry. And we got some cool stuff. There's a red barn door. I mean, it's kind of in, the condition, it's really rustic, we'll put it that way, but it still has the original handle and the hinges on it. You might have seen it in some of the pictures that we posted. It's only $14.40. So things like that, we got a lot of stuff out of that barn. We rescued it because otherwise these things end up, destroyed and gone forever. So, your new comments, see, this isn't even, okay. So I'm gonna delve into stuff. Hey Debbie. And like I said, it's just a variety from everybody, and I only pulled like 2 things from everybody. Some I pulled 3. I pulled 3 from our one vendor, Picking Wildflowers, because last week I actually missed one of her things. So hopefully this week I don't put anything on the chair and miss it. So we're going to delve in from Belmont Farmhouse. It's called a cookie hat, made in China. It does have some age. Let me pull up the calculator on here because everybody has slightly different discounts. So $11.20. It does have some age. It's really cool. Even just as a decoration. Let me show you the nails. You can see the little bit of age there. And you can see the old made in China. And it's constructed really well. And, it doesn't have a strap, but it stays on pretty well. So if you want just a little sun hat, it seems to work pretty well. And it just stays on there. Or just decoration. I thought that was really cool. And it came up on a hat stand that I found in our vendor, Burning Sensation Antiques. It is newer, but it is vintage style. It is metal wire wrapped. It has these pink flowers on it. And this is $24 for the hat stand. Hi, Nancy. My cousin Nancy, she's down in Florida watching us. So it is newer, like I said, and that's $24. If anybody needs any measurements on anything, let me know, and I will get those for you. So, pretty Victorian style hat stand for just $24. So, forgive me when I go off the camera. Put this stuff over here so I can put it away later and I can get to everything, because I did pick a couple of larger pieces. I needed the room for those. This is from our American barn. It's a vintage glass open sugar with 2 handles for $2.40. It has like this pretty gold and blue design on it. No chips, double handled, just $2.40 for that piece of glass. Now, from our vendor on Second Thought, I pulled this. It seems like this is the way the tip of the tail was made. I don't want to say it's a chip. It is this is the bottle stopper, is the bird. It is clear glass. I did not find a signature. And that is $19.20. And I'll get the height on that. It's 9.5 inches tall for the perfume bottle. Now remember, if you're watching this after the fact and you're watching the replay either on Facebook or on YouTube, you need to message us at that point. Comments will not be seen. And if you're commenting on purchasing something because you think you're watching it live, please make sure. I changed the title to this and I put replay in capital letters so you can't miss that. And I found this in our vendor, Vintage Crush. This was originally $50. She's got it down to $20, and then with the 20% off, it becomes $16 for this really cute little miniature shadow box. Downstairs is the general store. It's got the mail in there, and upstairs you have your living quarters. So, and there's actually, this is the back, this is the window. So if you get light behind that, there's a hook to hang it. Very rustic, very cute. I love all the little details in there. And that's just $16. And it's got the little shingles and everything. Very well made. Very cute. My glasses here so I don't lose these when I go. I have a nice watering can from Auntie's Attic. And this does have some dents in it. But there is no holes. It does hold water. And is only $17.60. And it's a watering can number 6. It's the aluminum's got the nice sprinkler head. That's got some dents too, but it works. Soul Child's. Oh, the little shadow box for Debbie. Okay, yeah, that's a very good deal. Now I know what I forgot. I forgot my pen and paper that I usually have for this stuff. I always forget something. You got it, Debbie. It's really sweet. Good grab on that too. Like I said, she's marked that down quite a bit, so. And that should not be a problem for Dawn to get that safely packed for you for shipping. Let me fix my chair. I'm dragging my jacket around on the floor there. Okay, so we still have the watering can still available for just $17.60. Like I said, it is functioning, and it's a very good price if you're looking for a vintage one to put out in your garden. And if you need measurements on anything, let me know, and I'll gladly get that. Now we have 5 of these available. The last batch of these are actually vintage shoe displays. There is some pitting on the metal, and they're like on a teak type base here. So this would have been in a department store. I'm going to come around so I can show you and make sure that the label is visible so you can see. And there are 5 of these, the same size. Look at how cool these are, these old window displays for shoes. You can probably use them for anything else as well. There is a little adjustable key on these, so you can tip it that way. I mean, I might be able to put something else on it. It doesn't have to be shoes. And these are $12 each for these really cool old, they're like MCM shoe display pieces from actual department stores. So very cool. I grabbed this from our vendor, Belmont Farmhouse. It's actually got, somebody put a happy face on that. So this is Division of Weights, Passaic County. This is an actual, this must have been used in some place, a bit post office, I'm not sure. It's a Triner model number 88 scale. It's got this fun industrial finish on it. And it is just $21, and that is from 2 shoe displays. You got it, Kalua. And this is from Belmont Farmhouse. And the last date stamped on here was 71 it goes up to. And I don't know what's underneath the happy smiley face that somebody put on it. We still have 3 of the shoe stands remaining. And if I miss something, please, people, do not hesitate to type in there. This is a one-woman show during the week, so I do tend to sometimes not see everything because I'm trying to give you my full attention and show you guys all these great items. So I might lose track of the comments, so just kind of, you know, say something. Type something. This just came in. Oh, it's doing these weird numbers. Okay, let's see. All right, so this just came in from Antique Barn. It's a vintage haul little casserole. It has been used. It's slightly used there around the rims, but there's no scratches or chips or cracks. and this is 1680 is the deep green. It has the little air hole in the top, so it's still quite usable. I do know you should read online before you go just popping it. Like it should be oven safe. These things are not stovetop safe, so please do not put these on your stovetop. And if you do put it in your microwave, I do recommend removing the lid just to be safe, unless it's for a few seconds. That doesn't really matter. So that one's 1680. From our vendor Bronx Man Cave, this is a 1968 San Antonio Hemisphere used pencil sharpener. So they had the Hemisphere. I'm going to come over to the other side, but let me just first figure out the price on this before I do that. I'm going to show you an up close on this. One's $21. It is a gold tone metal. It's in very nice shape. So this was the Tower of Americas. Let's see if we can get a focus. There we go. So this would have been they renamed the World's Fair basically every year. Is a different kind of name. So it was in New York, it was the World's Fair. It still happens, not as often all over the world. Kind of, if you Google it, it'll tell you. With the internet and everything, I just don't think they're as popular as they used to be. But this was the year they held it in San Antonio, Texas. Very cool little souvenir. Just $21. Great cross collectible for those people who collect pencil sharpeners, which I know there's quite a few of you that do. All right, I grabbed this from our vendor, the Looking Glass. She's 40% off for June. She's going to keep that sale through July. So these sale prices will be good through the month of July. 46, right? Yeah. So this adorable little Fenton Amber vase is just $10.80. It is hobnail, and it is a tiny little guy. It's not quite 4 inches tall. It's like 3.75 inches tall. The nice thing right now with the sunlight coming through, I'm getting some really pretty coloring on these items, so you can actually see what it would look like with the sun. Our Betty is back from Florida, as you all know, and she's been bringing in, she had for June, and it ends today, so now she's back to 20% off. She did 30% to try to clear out some of that older stuff, to bring in some of her great new finds that she found while she was vacationing. You know, she's a snowbird while she was down in Florida. She has this really cool purple owl. He's like a slag glass, light lilac. He's just $12, and he is, let's see how tall you are, Mr. Owl. He is a little over 3.5 inches tall, and it's like a marbled glass, kind of like a slag glass. He is solid. He's not, there's a marking on the bottom, I think, or just where so you can see how pretty that is. And that's just $12 for the lilac colored owl standing on the books. Oh, I forgot to turn off that speaker. That's all right. I don't think it's coming across too bad on the computer. Keeping with the owls, from Vintage Crush, I grabbed this Artesia Rinconata owl. That's that brand that all their animals and their sculptures look like this. It's just kind of like unfinished, and then they have some glaze on here. He's a little squat owl. He's $11.20 from Vintage Crush. He's marked on the bottom. So if you're into collecting that brand, I'm not going to say it again. You know what it is by looking at it. Or if you collect owls, that's a perfect little guy right there. Again, if you're watching this as a replay, you have to message me for the items. So it sounds like he's wood. This is from our vendor, Vintage Crush. It's resin, but he looks like he's wood. Nice little resin chicken. No blue on it. It's got like little crisscross wings there. It's a nice little primitive looking rooster for just $9.60 from our vendor, Redreamable. Now, we cannot ship this. Shelves are really difficult for us, but this is a great price, $14.40 for the wood sailboat shelf. We'll even let you have the dust in there for free. It's very patriotic. It's a little patriotic sailboat. It does have the hook on the back for hanging. And again, that is just, that's gonna make me sneeze actually, $14.40, and that is all wood, and it is, let's see how tall that is. Whew. Ooh, I have to clean that before I put it back out. 24.5 inches tall, and at the widest it is 8.5 inches, and the depth on that is 4 inches deep. And again, that's just $14.40 for the sailboat, for the patriotic rowboat shelf. So you can never have too many shelves. There's a hook on it. If you don't like the red, white, and blue, you can easily paint that, chip it up a little bit, make it look even more rustic and old. From our vendor, Auntie's Attic. For our other collectors, we have a lot of people that collect banks, nice still banks. This is Lucky Jumbo. He is a clear elephant bottle, has his original cap on, and this is from Castle Products, Newark, New Jersey, and that's embossed on there, and he's just $16. It's all little details. Here's the elephant's face, his front legs, and he's standing on a little barrel. You can see his he's got a cute little elephant tush there with the tail hanging down. And it says Lucky Jumbo there, and made in Newark, New Jersey. You got it, Kalua. Yeah, he's just too adorable. I didn't even see the elephant butt before. But the sunlight streaming in, I can see all the details on the glass. This is from our vendor on Second Thought. She makes all these little, she paints these little jars, and this one is But First Makeup. And it's $6.50. What I thought, this one would be great on your vanity for your makeup brushes, to keep them all in one nice place, because it is a nice size little mason jar for $6.50. Very cute. Keep your stuff organized. I do not recommend drinking it. It's a late 1960s, 1970s bottle of Pepsi still in there. 12-ounce bottle is embossed. It does have the classic little cap on there. And this is $15 for the classic bottle of Pepsi. And that is from our Bronx Man Cave. Watch where I'm stepping here. I got stuff on the floor. If you saw the picture online, all the little pieces, those are Chad's, my hole puncher. The back, I can't see through it, and all of a sudden the thing just springs open and they go flying everywhere. So I try to get as many as I can, but I'm not always successful. This is just a cute little, this is one of those candle type stem lamps with the shade, and it's a little metal base. This is from our vendor again, The Looking Glass. So for the remainder of this month and through July, this will be, did I do that right? Yeah, $10.80 for the cute little lamp. I want to get that last item off of there. She's on the back of it. There we go. Okay, this is from our vendor, The Hip Chick. It's just $10.50. It's a beautiful Madonna. She had a music box, but I don't see how you'd get it working. It is a planter as well. Such beautiful pottery, piece of pottery for just $10.50. It's just very pretty. It is older, and you can see where the music box was. You might be able to do something with that. It's just 2 screws in there. I don't even see if there's anything in there. I don't even hear anything in there, so I don't even know if that's working. And there's no openings inside, so that will not leak. So just $10.50 for the beautiful vintage Madonna planter. And she's a good size and a good weight. It's very pretty. All right, I had those items on this piece that I think is fantastic. I'm gonna try not to hit and break anything on the way. And hopefully you can kind of see it in that turn. This is one of those folding plate stands. It is all wood, it is vintage. It folds nice and easily. It has this great metal pin. So you just pull that pin out, ooh, and there, see how easy it goes. And it folds nice and flat with the handle, okay? And that is just $16. It's got a nice base on it. This is like late 1950s, 1960s. Very nice, solid wood. And that is folded up. It is 39 inches tall. And the footprint on the bottom is 12 inches wide. So, I mean, this one is really nice. A lot of times they're quite flimsy when they're put together. This one actually has, it's a nice solid metal little pin that goes right into this when you have it open. So always great for a little extra if you're having company, you're having a buffet kind of setting. You can put this on the floor, you can put it on the table with the extra plates on it for them to grab and give yourself some more room on the table for all the food. So you can get the plates out of the way with that. That's a great piece, just $16. Seriously, under $20. That is a great deal on that. From our vendor, Redreamable, I found this piece, which is really neat. It's an elk soapstone dresser tray. I don't try to pronounce the first word Incolay, I-N-C-O-L-A-Y. I try not to slaughter too many words. This is $17.60. This is a nice vanity tray. I guess you could put your wallet or whatever there, and it's just really pretty and intricate. I think that's just beautiful. And that's just $17.60. If you need to see a close-up on anything, or if you need measurements, please do not hesitate to ask me. That is what we are here for. Okay. This just came in, and it is just $9.60. Little pink cow creamer. It's got an actual little bell. $9.60 from Betty's Treasures. A little rough spot right there on the hoof. Not a chip or a brace, just kind of a little rough. It's cute. It's pink, and it's a cow, and it's just $9.60. I grabbed this from our vendor, Country Roads. You got it, Kahlua. Yes, Kathleen, yes, Kahlua. Add that to your pile. And there's a couple other little cute cow creamers in there, but I just love the pink one. This is a nice vintage Mikasa. Mikasa actually did pottering stuff back in the day. Yeah, I don't know if they still, I'm sure they still do some dinnerware. This one's called Terra Stone Sienna, Japan. Detergent and oven proof. She just marked this down as is, $6.40. Let me see what the as is. Oh, now I see. Is that in the, this is in the glazing, there's an issue, but there's a couple little chips and stuff in here. It's still a beautiful little decorative piece. You can take the lid off, use it as a vase. And that's just $6.40. This has a little bit of rust on it, but it just still displays quite well. Now, this is out of New Jersey too. Morristown, not Morristown, but Morristown, M-O-O-R-E-S Town, New Jersey. Bowers Mince Tin for $7.20. If you like collecting candy tins. And I know people do because I have a small collection. All right, there, Weisenheimer. I have a small collection and everybody's trying to buy my candy. So this one's really nice. And again, it's a New Jersey company. And that is just $7.20 from Good to Go. Now, I grabbed a couple pieces of Pyrex from our Jazzy Junk. What does 13 become? $10.40. This is the Homestead Bowl. And this one, this size is $10.40. This is the 2.5 quart, number 403. Just a little, that's very minimal paint loss. You can see it's in overall very good condition. There's some light scratches from being used. Again, that one's just $10.40 for the Homestead Pyrex. We also have the large Cinderella bowl that goes with that. Also the Homestead, this one's just $12. And that is, sun's great, but it's right in my face right now. That is number 404. I don't know size. So again, just $12 for the large bowl. So you can get 2 pieces of Pyrex for just $22.40 for the 2 bowls. And at that price, it's okay to use them. You don't have to put, I know a lot of people don't like to use their Pyrex now. It's collectible. They don't want to risk it. But at that price, these are quite usable. And they are, you know, really nice bowls. Great for mixing. Because I'm not going to use my gooseberry bowls. My gooseberry bowls are display only. I think this is flash, but it's still pretty. This is from our vendor, also Country Road. It is an ruby with cut to clear for $12. It's a pedestal candy dish. Yeah, you can see there's, you can tell, yeah, it's flash. There's like a little bit of a scratch right there. Nothing major. It's a pretty little candy dish. And that has been recently reduced to just $12 for that. All right. From our vendor, The Hit Chick, I grabbed this blue onion salt cellar, but it has a wood hanging wall mount and a wood lid. It's in fantastic shape. And that is just $28. So you can hang that one right on up. And you don't have to put salt in it. You can put whatever you want in there. Have your secret candy supply right by your bed. You can screw that right by your bedstand. Have your candy in there, so in the middle of the night you can just reach over and get some candy. Not that I have that problem. There's not a stash of M&Ms in my dresser, my nightstand at all. Okay. All right, I have just in from Andover Junction. It's a really nice wood folding step stool. It's got some great patina on it, and that folds nice and easy. It's really so nice and vintagey. You can tell they put the stain on it, they put the paint on it, the original owners. The back brace is metal. It is quite sturdy and make a great plant stand, and that is $40 for the step stool, and that is from Andover Junction. And again, if any of these things, if you think about it afterwards and you want it and the show is over, message me. I can still pull that aside for you. We do that all the time. Now I've got, these do not have a finish. I have a bunch of wooden bowls coming on up. This is Englishtown Chefsware. This is a smaller one, 8.5-inch diameter. I don't see any cracks in the bowls. They have been used. There are some utensil scratches in them. These are from Pickin' Wildflowers. You got it. Yeah, it's really nice. I love the patina. That one's really nice. I mean, I know people try to recreate that look. This one's all original. I love it. All right, so this one is $15.20 for the 8.5-inch Englishtown Chefsware bowl. All right, it's not quite perfect, or it's a little ovally kind of thing. Has been used. You will need to oil these up and clean them up if you're going to use them. They're great display ones. This is the 10.5-inch diameter one. No maker's mark on it. This one is $23.20. No cracks, no breaks in the wood. It does have some glitter that comes with it. I must have, there we go. Very nice bowl. And this one is the 10.5 inches for $23.20. And then I have one last bowl in that grouping. This is 12.5 inches diameter. And this one is 28. And no mark on that one. So just the small, the first one had the mark on it. So we have $28 for the large, $23.20 for the medium, and then $15.20 was it? $15.20 for the small on those bowls. Nice sets of wood primitive bowls here. All right. Now wrapping up the show, I grabbed a couple of things from our newest vendor, one of our newest vendors, the Cat's Meow. We grabbed some Star Wars. These are mint in box. 1998 Hasbro. These are Jabba the Hutt's dancers. And this is $20. And all I remember is that one. I remember her getting eaten. I remember that one. So his dancers are just $20, and this is from 1998. Star Wars The Power of the Force from the Cat's Meow. Also from the Cat's Meow, I have Star Wars The Power of the Force. Also Hasbro 1995. No, Kenner. This one's Kenner. This one says Kenner, and this one is $36, and this has not been opened. This is The Power of the Force. Imperial Speeder Bike. So again, if you're watching this afterwards, because I do know I have some Star Wars fans that will watch this later on, you got to message me on that. And then finally, we couldn't find this when we were looking for it earlier. I found it for Don after the Elvis collector left. He, Good to Go, has marked these down. This is the last Elvis in the building that he has. Jailhouse Rock, 45. He was 18, now 10. Not marked firm, so just $8. Elvis in the box. This is his Jailhouse Rock 45 RPM doll in there. So if you know of an Elvis fan, this is a great gift. Or if you're an Elvis fan, you can have Elvis in a box for just $8. And that, my friends, will conclude tonight's episode of our Facebook Weekly Live. I thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. Just one thing, like I said, we will no longer be doing these monthly ones just for the summer. You know, we'll come back September, October, revisit that, see if everybody's interest is. I will be boosting up our social media more, and I'm going to have the vendors pick out a special item for, like, each day I'm going to try to have a special from them that you can only get that price on Instagram or Facebook, or if you come in and you say it, and it's good for that day only, that you saw it that day. So we will still have show specials. They're going to be handled a little bit differently. So you will still need to watch us on our social media. Grab those items quickly, because it's not going to be during a show. They're going to be right on social media. So have a wonderful 4th. Thank you, everybody. Take care. I'm just going to turn it in a second.